today we have a 2003 Toyota Sienna with a 1MZ engine. We're going to be replacing the starter here, which is a very easy job. It takes less than an hour, maybe like 30 minutes. So it's located right there, as you can see. That's why it makes it so simple. Love you, Toyota. So first thing we're going to do, obviously we're messing with the starter, we're going to disconnect the battery. But because it's right there, I'm going to go ahead and just remove the entire battery. And then we'll move the air box as well and give us all the space in the world we want to work with. So let's go ahead and remove the battery here. I believe these are all number 10s. Get it out the way. I'm going to go ahead and let it charge for her. And we'll start working and get the air cleaner box out. All right, also after I remove the battery tray, I noticed that there's 3 bolts right here for, I believe this is the cruise control. So actually I believe I can get this out the way instead of removing all this here. I mean, both would be simple, but this right here will give us just adequate enough room to work on the starter here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to unplug it right here, take out these 3 bolts and see if I can just swing this to the side and just open up the space here. And if it works out, then we can work our way in removing this. So it's definitely the way to go to get to this point. Just remove that there, expose the whole starter here. We're going to unplug the signal wire here. Just a little, one bad thing about Toyotas, they get brittle when they get this old. So we're going to go ahead and get that out the way. Now, the power cable is on the other side. I don't want to work blind, so we're going to go ahead and get this out first before I remove that there. So they're going to be held in with 2 14mm. One is right here, and the other ones you can see where my extension is. Go in there. I'll show you on the new starter here. So we got 1 bolt there where that power cable goes, and the other one there. So we're just going to remove those 2 14mm, pop it out, and then remove the power cable once I have it out. So let's go ahead and get this off, and we can get this in real quick. I'm about to be done in like 10 minutes. Now I know I usually keep my videos short and simple and to the point and don't show steps like this, but this is such an easy job that, I mean, I could just spend the extra time since it's really not spending that much time in general on this. So I guess that broke off. I'm gonna go ahead and pull this boot back, remove that nut there, 14mm, get this power cable out the way, and then we're just gonna manipulate it around all these cables here and get it out. And then same thing going in, I'm just gonna put it in like how we have right here, put my power cable in, twist it back in, bolt it in. So let's get this off and work our way out with this. You might move this if you want, whatever. But let's get that started. Slight correction, I said 14, this is a 12. Also, I don't think I mentioned that when I removed the battery, I removed the number 10 from here on this little relay and fuse box and pushed this back and pulled it up and just kind of threw it to the side. Probably don't have to mention it, let me go ahead and just mention that for y'all. But let's get the starter out, number 12, and let's wiggle it out. Okay guys, my new starter here. I went ahead and put the power cable on. Just, you know, my number 12, put it on, slid on. This is the direction I pulled it out of, so I'm gonna go in the exact same way, but I'm giving you a view because some of y'all might not notice there's a bracket right here that sits right here when you bolt that 14 back in. Just giving y'all an FYI. Go ahead and slap this in, put my 2 14s in, and pretty much that's the only process you're gonna see after this. So, or the only process you're not gonna see. After that, I'm gonna have it in and pretty much close it up. So let's get this in. I am gonna put a little dab of silicone to hold this connector and just make sure it stays in. Probably maybe even zip tie a little bit here versus replacing the whole connector. I don't feel like calling Toyota, but it'll hold. But let's go ahead and get this in, get everything slapped back together, and we'll be good. All right, guys, my new starter is in. Everything's plugged up. A little trick I learned from my Toyota friends. They pretty much know that connectors break over time when they get really brittle. So something like this, they'll just throw a zip tie and a little dab of silicone to hold it in place. Sometimes just a dab of silicone, but that's what they told me works, and I've done it a few times and it's always worked. So I'm gonna go ahead and get the battery tray in and a little bracket for this back on. Our cruise control module back in place here, and pretty much get everything together and we'll be done. Okay guys, everything is reinstalled now and we're pretty much done. One last FYI, when you reconnect the battery, sometimes the alarm will go off. Just put the key in the ignition, put it in the on position, throw the battery on, connect everything, and the alarm will not go off. So pretty much we're done. Thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe, more videos to come.